Hello, my loves. This next video coming up is a tough one. It talks about PTSD and sexual assault, so if that's something that might trigger you, please do not watch. That being said, this is my own personal journey, and I wanted to vlog every day for a year. So please, 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 if it's something that bothers you or it's going to upset you, don't watch this video. I love you all very much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, my babies. The lighting isn't good. It's evening today. Honey, could you turn that light up on, and maybe it'll at least brighten it up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Better, a little bit better. But just wanted to talk to you guys really quick. Check in. I am. My nose is probably swollen because I accidentally pulled it out a couple times, but doing okay, just tired, trying to catch up on sleep. I want to talk to you about PTSD because it is something that I do have, and the symptoms and what to look out for in people and how I was diagnosed. I was actually diagnosed when I was 21. My mother has this has not been officially diagnosed. She has I believe, a form of Munchausen by proxy. I am not diagnosing her. She has not been diagnosed with that. I am just saying that right now. But her goal was to always keep me sick mentally. So she pushed for a diagnosis. I was sexually assaulted at the age of 6, and again at some point after that. I don't remember exactly when. My home life was not good. She is, to my knowledge, an undiagnosed narcissist. So I basically raised myself. When I wasn't raising myself, I was being spoiled rotten by my grandparents. I'm actually surprised it turned out as well as I did. But during all of this, I developed chronic PTSD. In the early 90s, when I was being diagnosed, because there was something wrong with me, something very, very wrong with me, that there are things that I will not ever share on this channel that I had done because I was in such a way. I was diagnosed with bipolar 2. Now, in the early 90s, everybody and their unborn kid and dead grandparents had bipolar 1 or 2. Just like before that, in the 90s, there was a theme of diagnosing kids with ADHD and ADD. I'm not saying that everybody who has ADHD and ADD that was diagnosed then, or bipolar for that matter, that was diagnosed then doesn't have it. I'm just saying that that was kind of a theme in the 90s. So I was first diagnosed with ADHD. They took that away and they diagnosed me with bipolar 2. The reason they diagnosed me with bipolar 2 is because I had insomnia. I never showed signs of the extreme mood swings, highs and lows, the manic depressive that you hear about with bipolar. But I did stay up for hours on end, for days on end, and I got, within a week, I got an hour of sleep. So they said, oh, well, she must be bipolar. Because I was told by my dad that I was to promise not to tell anybody about what happened with my uncle. It was my uncle who sexually assaulted me. I will be putting a trigger warning in front of this video. And so I went years on meds that I shouldn't have been on. They started putting me on meds at the age of 6. About at age 18, I started to question the diagnosis. And at age 20, once I was out on my own, I started to look for answers. I started at 18, but everyone opened my folder, said you're bipolar, shut my folder, and said have a nice day. And that's what I wasn't looking for that. I wasn't looking for someone to tell me what they think I had according to my documents. I knew what I had according to my documents, but I needed someone to diagnose me with what I thought. I wasn't even sure if it was PTSD. I just knew I didn't have the right diagnosis. And I was trying to find someone who had knowledge, who would be willing to sit and spend hours on end with me to figure out the diagnosis. And I went to a therapist, and God bless her soul, she helped diagnose me. She spent every day for 6 months with me. Well, not every day, but once a week for 6 months with me, and finally looked at me and said, I don't think you have bipolar. I think you're right. I think you do have PTSD. You're showing all the classic signs, and we're just starting to study PTSD in people that aren't soldiers. But you have every single classic sign there is. You have the avoidance, you have the changing of the subjects, you have the anxiety you get when we bring stuff up. You are a classic PTSD case. So I finally got diagnosed properly at the age of 24. I got off the 9 medications that I was on. I was on 9, y'all. I'm not talking about 9 pills. I'm talking about 9 separate medications. I'm now on 3. I'm on Prozac, I'm on hydroxyzine, and I am on one to help me sleep. That's it. I went from 9 pills, in large part due to my mother, which is another video, to 3. As someone who has always been told that they didn't know what was best for themselves, that they didn't know what was going on with their own body, that they didn't know how and who they were, that was a game changer, guys. That was a big part of why I am who I am now. So, with that being said, I am going back to bed because I am exhausted and I need to sleep more, hopefully, if I can. I know this was kind of a tough video, so I will leave you with a fun fact, I guess, or at least I think it's a fun fact. It's kind of a morbid fact, but I like dead things, so coffins are body shaped and caskets are square. Also, you can see you can actually see the shapes based on how bodies are decomposing in the grounds in cemeteries. It's pretty exciting and cool. I actually saw a casket once in Minnesota Cemetery. I nerded out. It's pretty fun. But for a non-morbid fact, what is a non-morbid fact, babe? I don't got one.
About birds?
I can't think of anything about birds right now that's not weird or morbid.
Birds know it's the
I don't know. I'll find a joke and post it later. But I will talk to you later, my loves. And thank you for listening. And if you're still here, I appreciate it. I'm going to try to find the national helpline for stuff and post it after this video. Much love, my babies. Bye.